Hello, good morning, and welcome to you. Second edition of Epic Sports, where they come to you right on Epic Radio 99.3 FM this morning. And me, where they bring Epic Sports to you this morning. Me name na Mohammed Tobikagbo. Really exciting moments this morning in the studio because there is a lot more we go bring to you in terms of educational program this morning. We don't be around doing some tough discussion. We don't ask tough questions, but this is a time now for we can get some very good lectures in respect of we topic of discussion. So we topic of discussion this morning around what should be done to improve coaching standards and unlock the full potential of our players. In Epic Sports, we quite different. We bring to you within matters. The questionnaire again, what should be done to improve coaching standards and unlock the full potential of our players? For give background to that, we all see Coach Zanetti, we win the Wafu with the national women's team. Not even for that, the sad line for Coach Ram KFC because not to a licensed A coach. So these are all the questions we asked this morning. What should be done to improve the standard of our coaches and of course for unlock the full potential of our players? For can we talk more on that in the program this morning? We get for talk to, but before that, I'll just give you a quick background of the person who we will talk to this morning in the studios. Is a Sierra Leonean. We're based in the United States. We will get a virtual discussion with him this morning. Is Kendall Decker. We'll go talk to Kendall Decker, now a football coach and a technical director and a performance analyst with over 15 years experience, and from elite youth academy to high school and of course college soccer at the US, and of course a whole one executive MBA from the Real Madrid Graduate School, which I pursue an MSc in performance analysis and in football with the Global Institute of Sport, and he also worked towards in UEFA a license. We become the only fourth Sierra Leonean for reach this level. Of course, all of this is a rich history around we guests will get this morning in the program. But first, let me go for a quick break from we sponsors and partner, the biggest sport betting company in our salon and the world at large, OneXBet. We are second to none. Just wait and get the best from OneXBet.
OneXBet presents an exciting world of entertainment. In the OneX games, you will find Crash, Dice, Apple of Fortune, Money Wheel, and other exciting games with many chances to win big wins. Go to the website onexbet.sl or app, enter promo code GAMESL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 leons plus 150 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet.
You dey look for the best betting experience?
OneXBet!
Register with OneXBet today and enjoy 200% bonus on your first deposit to 2,300 new leons. Yes, double your money right from the start. Go inside OneX game for fine casino games, card game, and boku other thing them. All them 1 year design for make you enjoy and win big. Or you can bet on sports events them like football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates and competition odds for give strength to the game. It's easy for start. Register by phone or complete your registration with valid ID card, but not forget for screenshot your account for use them later. Deposit and withdraw you winning with Colat. We use Orange Money, Afri Money, OneXBet Cash, Mastercard or Visa card. OneXBet are the official sponsor for La Liga, Serie A, League One, and the Confederation of African Football. So no now say you done a good hand. Join OneXBet today and join the winning journey. But remember say you need for bet responsibly. OneXBet, your world of betting.
OneXBet presents an exciting world of entertainment. In the OneX games, you will find Crash, Dice, Apple of Fortune, Money Wheel, and other exciting games with many chances to win big wins. Go to the website onexbet.sl or app, enter promo code GAMESL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 leons plus 150 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet.
All right, welcome back from the very short break day from we partners and sponsors with our One Expert. And so like I rightly belongi some background around we special guest we'll get this morning. You don't get invoicing some of the programs where you don't call in and make your own contribution. But it's now an opportunity we'll get for let we get for the very first time when I mean very first time directly for let we get one-on-one chats with and but for the benefit of people who will just perhaps just to join we now the program this morning, I just give you a quick background again and for we guest this morning. We guest this morning now Kendall Decker and now a football coach, a technical director, and a performance analyst. We get over 15 years plus years experience from elite youth academies and high school and colleges now the United States. He also gets an executive MBA from the Real Madrid Graduate School. He pursue an MSc in performance analysis in football with the Global Institute of Sports, and currently he work towards a UEFA a license. We make among only 4 Sierra Leonean for reach this level. So it means we did talk to somebody this morning, we get all of the knowledge, experience and expertise in the area of discussion this morning. Now how we able to improve the standard of coaches so we're able to unearth the full potential of we players. For typical example, we see Coach Zanetti able for dinner the sideline for a journey we don't start a long while, but because gets a license A certificate, get the qualification for the sideline. Typical example again, go hit Yellowman, the head coach for Bantal Football Club, because gets a license A certificate, get the opportunity for the sideline and coaching club. So Kendall, we're going to give you a lot of background around you this morning. Hope it gets loud and clear.
Yes.
All right, first, good morning and welcome to Epic Sport.
Good morning, Kobe and team, Toby and team. Good morning, Sierra Leone.
All right, basically, despite I don't give some background around you or about you, but people and way they listen go. We as Sierra Leoneans, we always want to forget something from the Aussies mouth and directly from you. Let me just get some quick background around you in terms of how far you don't go in your football journey. I not just want to say in a coaching journey, but in your football journey.
Yeah, well, obviously being from Sierra Leone, football has been part of me since childhood. I was born in a football family. Both me daddy and me uncle play professional football in a salon, and come salon at the age of almost 16 years old, and go Gambia, and from Gambia kind of the US. And initially I studied accounting in a college, and I worked in the accounting field, but somehow I found my passion back into football somewhere around 2009, 2010, and I've been in football since then, and for the past 8 years I've been full-time in football. So I've been in youth football development, and they are in the Maryland, DC, Virginia area. I'm one of the coaches that have developed the most players that have gone on to play at a higher level, whether it's MLS, whether it's national teams, whether it's professional, whether it's the Division 1 college level. One of the players where I work with was part of the Malian squad, Mali U17 squad that finished third place in the last U17 World Cup, beating Argentina, and that was the number 9, Salif Lento. So and I've been fortunate enough to travel the world and learn from various federations
All right. I think that has some very good background in respect of that. But we don't for waste more time. We want to go straight to we topic this morning, and not to be a wrong choice for reach out to you. We also get other people and we do extremely well in terms of shaping or improve the standard of week coaching. First, in your honest opinion, do you think we don't achieve much in terms of the standard of coaches, looking at the fact that we only get 26 licensed coaches, where we can even question some of these license holders in terms of we senior coaches? What could be your general analysis? You don't follow the Premier League, despite the first division might not interest you because how we done the run. But do you think we don't make some progress in terms of the level and standard of coaches?
Well, of course not. We have made progress in terms of regular football playing, especially in the Premier League level, and that alone can basically we can still benefit that in some way. But obviously, we will not reach with potential if we're not doing very well in all of the other areas. Then, so we have not made progress in coaching education. The fact is that for the past, I think about 9 or 10 years, I think you mentioned, Amalia.
Yes.
Salon not able for deliver a coaching license of any sort. Well, SLAFA don't issue some coaching license then, but then the SLAFA B license, but that license is not it's not accredited anywhere. You cannot use that anywhere outside of Salon. And the content of that license, it's nowhere close to a letter B license. It's more of a grassroots license. So it is one of, I think, if not, but it is one of the biggest failure of the previous of the outgoing administration. Not able for educate the coach system. That's very, very important. And once CAF start implementing the club license, basically the requirement as they did yesterday or currently, we will find them difficult for even participate in a continental tournaments. So yeah, the answer directly is of course not. We are way behind in terms of coaching education, and this should be a very urgent matter for the incoming SLAFA administration.
Now, we get a department in the FA, which is the technical department, previously done be headed by Ofidogbo Sherrington, where I'll be a former head coach for the senior national team. Nothing, limited or nothing was done in that capacity in terms of coaching's equipment and in terms of capacity building. When John Kista came in, I think it was in 2014, he came in before that. Then we start to organize some CAF and SLFA coaching training. But do you think over the years this department don't really do justice in terms of capacity building, capacitating the ability of coaches?
Well, as you already don't give your opinion, when Ofidogbo did it, so we just go after Ofidogbo. So basically, I will just go with the outgoing administration. So I'm thinking about the role. Obviously, one of the most important role, not even one of, the most important role of a technical department in a football administration, and that's pretty much just thinking of it out of the top of my head, that is the sole responsibility of the technical department in a football federation is coaching education. That is more than 50% of the task. So if that is not done, then obviously, I mean, you can give them a pass mark. Um, and another thing also with the technical department, obviously, will be the youth teams them, in terms of scouting, in terms of organization and all of the stuff. We did make some progress on that side in the youth teams them, but on the side of coaching education, on the side of having, like, which all falls under coaching education, where you're supposed to have a SLAFA DNA or a SLAFA football, whether you call it manual, whether you call it a syllabus. That is the responsibility of the technical department. They should have published a document in writing for tell everybody where they deal with grassroots football as alone or youth football as alone, how for play football, how for approach what we call methodology, how for approach youth development. So none of that is not like functioning right now. So obviously I will not give them any pass mark.
All right, and I just want to come to you back the area which you talk about the methodology. This is something when Amadou Karim, when he be there as head coach of the national team, directly he was partially doing the job of the technical department because he tried to organize some training and see, but you cannot give what you don't have. Now let me look about the issue of still rotating the same number of coaches almost to a national team. We under 20, we home-based team, under 17, we just rotate the same number of coaches because we self not trust the coaches them which we give a license. Now, what does the structure says? What do you feel say we need for start? Because for me, I don't think we'll even start at some point. What do you feel like we for start based on the knowledge we don't get in wider world?
Well, first and foremost, we need to get people for run the technical department that are competent people that have the qualification on paper and the track record and able to demonstrate to the current executive what they are going to do in the next 4 years for improve the technical department. This one big challenge right now with football because unfortunately it's all about it's based on sentiment, based on friendship. It's not based on competency that people are given jobs. Football don't advance a lot. And just like the coaching education, the fact that Salone cannot deliver coaching licenses, there are certain things as we go in this current day and age in football, there are certain things that if we don't do the right thing, the consequences is going to be there for everyone to see. The only reason, there is no other reason around it, where Salone cannot deliver a coaching license, even as basic as CAF D coaching license, will take like 2 or 3 days and few hours. Now, because we not get a technical department currently in Salone, SLAFA, we're able for put together a syllabus that meet CAF convention standards. We don't even go to C and B licenses, just as basic as D license. So first and foremost, we need somebody we're competent, and also a couple of other people around them at the technical department we're competent. Now, second, once you get that, you get actual people that were competent. As a federation, we need to have a football methodology, a football roadmap, like what I mentioned earlier, a football syllabus, whatever we have for call them. In England, they call them the FA, the English FA DNA. I think Ghana self call them football DNA. So we can call them whatever we want for call them. But what that document entails is a structure from 5 or 6 year old all the way to 19 or 20, 23-year-old of the format. So if you organize league na Marampa, you organize an under-9 league, or we know say under-9 na 5 aside, 9 in the play. We know say under-9 then for practice 2 days a week, this amount of hours, and the focus for under-9, we want for let them get comfortable with the ball, let them dribble the ball most of the time. We don't want for pressure them, make them pass the ball. We don't want for vex by them if they lost the ball. We want for make them get confidence, let them try new things, and it's okay if they for make mistake. We get forget that kind documents in there and information where they go all over the country and educate grassroots coaches them how for waiting for prioritize now every single age category for develop the best player then.
Kendall, you don't feel say because all of the structures not there make all of these coaches want for go and be Premier League coaches. You not get me clear?
Yeah, I get you clear.
Yes.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, of course. Well, there is not a lot of places there for coach. There is not a lot of places there for coach. I have been a coach now for 15 years, and I've been coaching grassroots soccer, and basically making a lot of money. Then you have coaches them in like say USL, the lower division, where if you know there are coaches at the youth level in America, especially if you are a technical director in like just say like the 20 or 50 biggest club them now America, a technical director or a top level coach will make more money than a US than a Division 2, for example, coach in the US. So there is no industry in football outside of the Premier League na salon. Even Division 1, then they play maybe like 2 months, 2.5 months, and that's about it. So you cannot really make anything from coaching. So with football, we get a long way to go. With football, get a long way to go. But as I said, we need to have a syllabus that we're educating everybody in the country, and then we need to have a coaching education roadmap, a coaching education structure. You know where you stay like an organizational format, where you start from like the CEO all the way down. So basically, you start from SLAFA grassroots course, or you start from CAF D license course, working you all the way up to CAF A or CAF Pro license. When for now, the CAF no more the issue the Pro license, but we can issue from D all the way to A. Then apart from the CAF license format, we can also issue / SLAFA licensed them something like a youth license, coaching license, a club director license, talent ID for scouting. Like recently, the SLAFA post almost 200 names of players that were selected for tryouts for the
Under 17.
For the under 17 team, which is ridiculous. For 2 months before the tournament, you go bring that many players. How long the coach is going to look at all of those players? How are you going to be able to?
So if you see we don't start forgetting wrong already.
Of course, that's a joke. If you actually have a real talent ID, like.
But you know, feel say, pardon me, you know, feel say now like how they don't see the structure. Even to the national team, we coach then can invite 40, 45 players. At the end, you just get for selects like 6, 10 home-based players from the 45 or 50 players we don't invite for training. You know, feel like say, okay, the national team is doing this. So what about its lower cadre? Let's just follow suit and increase to the number.
Yeah, with the national team, well, it's only about 40, 45 players and it's 6 players. Personally, I do not agree with that. It's something I don't agree with. For me, it doesn't really make sense to select. So every single time when national team they play, you get to call 45 players, and then at the end of the day, most of the players the way they make the squad, now the foreign-based player them, they're out of that 45 players. You only select 6 players. Yeah, I do not agree with it. In this, you should have your solid base of players already. You should have your solid base of players. I don't think a national team coach should be calling 40, 45 players every single calendar.
This bring me back for talk about in terms of we level of coaches. This bring me back to Mohamed Kallon. Partially, you and Mohamed Kallon there in the area outside one almost gets some similarity, despite in play the game to top level. But would you not be general impression with the way Mohamed Kallon do handle the national team in the short while? Are you impressed, or do you think there are still a lot for doing in the national team?
Well, based on the performance of the 2 games
yes.
played, the team played very well. You can tell exactly what thing they try for do. I think Mohamed is a very competent coach. Obviously, he gets the license for Provam. I think Mohamed is the best person right now for Sierra Leone.
But you also think now this bring me to the second question. I agree. It's good that Mohamed is fitted for the national team. But do you think it don't unearth the full potential now of the players?
Well, in terms of the national, because again he's the national team coach.
Yeah, but in the reduction they look at all other nationals, even to under 15.
Well, I don't know if he actually, because I'll be hearing the announcement.
Yeah, get it right. Yeah, that the part of his job. It is part of his job. I can confirm that to you.
Yes, so I don't know if he's actually involved with the other team than they. Obviously, if he's part of that, if he's involved in calling 169 or whatever player that they called recently, I definitely disagree with that, because again, it's 2 months before the tournament. This is something that for them to prepare since like December of last year, like during that Christmas holiday. Now for them begin to try out for pick this team together. By Easter, therefore they do friendly matches there now and they camp the player. The Mali right now, they don't camp them player. They don't play past 7 games then before they can this Wafuka so can play against we. But if you have to actually select a team now, 2 months before the tournament, you should be able to select no more than 40 players. No more than 40 players.
With the type of coaching knowledge we get, if you see them go for get and right, in the confidence for just
again,
cut down the number of players. Because if they don't get the full capacity, they're not able for call small number of players will for make the job easy for them. Then feel like say calling more, people for identify more players. Don't you think that because they don't get the kind of capacity building where the FNO creates for them in terms of talent identification?
Yeah, of course. That's why I said, apart from the CAF D, C, B, and A license, as a football federation, we need to also offer courses in talent identification, scouting / talent identification, club management, club administration, what else? Coach educator. All of those auxiliary courses them. We're not to just the coaching license. We're not to just the coaching license them. So yes, it's part of that. But then get a league. This is not a situation where they don't get a league. They had a league going on. So there is something we call KPIs. Who striker them score the most goal? That's the easiest. KPI means key performance indicators. It's not just in football; it's in other field them as well, especially when it comes to statistics or that or data analytics. So in terms of striker, it's very simple. Who that scored the most goal or created the most chances and all that thing. But you get other position them as well in terms of midfield, in terms of wingers.
So let me start for break this now. Now you make understand that the KPIs you first have to look at. For example, if you want to look at strikers, you have to look at all the strikers, how much goals they score. You look at the qualities within get. But how can you identify midfielders, defenders? Because we all of which we get now, wait till we see for we save as we try to see from the coaches. When you see this part, you go to a coach, you talk to them. Is we don't get people that analyze the game. This also, for me, I think we don't even start here because all of we teams them in the Premier League, for example, we don't get people who analyze the game for make the job easy for the coaches. All of the pressure they on the coaches. So how do you think they will identify midfielders, defenders at age where they don't even know anything much about football? They just play football for fun at that age.
Yes. So, well, in the absence of video analytics, it's difficult for anybody watch game unless you have people. Again, with football, we get a lot. We are way behind. At this stage, everywhere in the world, even at the youth level, we supposed for the record we games them. There are so many artificial intelligence video recording software there right now where you don't need camera, man. You just put them and the game they record, and that's super expensive. So when you get like when they record the game, it's much more easier for analyze and see. That's why when they play, they see say Van Dijk make an X amount of tackles or make an X amount of long ball crosses and all that. So it's easier for identify that on when you record the games them and you get analytical tools them. But in Salon right now, we will not get that. It's all about.
But Kendall, you want to agree with me? Say that is also a different. That is also a different profession within the same coaching. For somebody to analyze the game and tell the coach and say this and this and this and this and because I'm an Arsenal fan. When I watch Arsenal play, there is also one assistant coach always there being that monitor there, analyzing what you don't see to the head coach. So it means that now also a profession. But in this part of the world, everybody just want to be coach, forgetting say that is as important profession as the same level of him becoming a professional coach.
That's true. And that's performance analysis. That's what I'm doing right now with Global Institute of Sport.
Okay.
That's pretty much falls under performance analyst. But as I say, basic, and it's a way for give people then job. There's a lot of people who want to be part of football. These are all opportunities. So in an environment where we do not have the video recording and all of the analytical tools, the FA in that and talent FIFA talent whatever
identification scheme
development scheme league, they can hire people. They said our talent scouts or whatever they call them, because me not see they ever announce and get to talent scouts. I don't know what kind of training they don't go through. But then talent scouts if they actually do their job, then for them to go watch their youth games and get the paper there with them. So apart from video analytics, there is also something called live scouting. So when you go live scouting, you watch the game and you get people where they watch the midfielder them for this team, for a particular team. You get people who watch the striker, you get people who watch the goalkeeper, you get people who watch the defensive unit, maybe the two center backs, because the KPIs for two center backs is different than the KPI for the wing back, for a fullback. So the fullback, you want a fullback where they overlap, where they make inside run, where they make outside overlapping run. You want fullback where they deliver crosses. It depends on which the game model. So, well, to answer your question, that's pretty much some of it for fullback. Now, if you go midfield, are you an attacking mid or are you an holding mid? If you're an attacking mid, you want midfielder where they make foresee how many progressive pass they attempt, like forward pass. How many forward pass they attempt? How many forward pass are successful? So if you see, say, somebody make 50 pass, you don't want to be carried away, because some of those, most of their 50 passes and they successful passes and they could be back passes or sideways. You want midfielder for make passes where actually break line, like the pedigrees and stuff. So those are the KPIs you're looking for in attacking mid. In defensive mid, you have somebody where they control the game, where they control the tempo of the game. So again, as a FA, we need for get documents where, because it's different a little bit for every team. If you play for Barcelona, the KPI that Barcelona they look for a holding mid is different from the KPI the way, for example.
Please, Kendall, please, Agawale come middle, please, a bit. Yes, come, yes. Yes, okay, yes. Yes, go ahead.
So it's different from the KPI, for example, when Inter Milan or Atletico Madrid, they look for certain position. So as a football federation, we get for basically sit with like put together, first of all, an expert where be able to develop that kind of documents, and they will go consult with the national team coach and other prominent coaches them in the country, previous national team coaches and other senior coaches in the country, and also the wider football community.
I think you go back. I just yes, come a bit. Yeah, because we want yes. Okay, this okay. Yes, this position okay for you. Yes. Right, go continue.
Yes. I put the phone down, Abiola and Mian.
All right.
So yeah, and the wider football community, for say waiting, whose kind player we get in salon, whose kind player we get in salon, and how we want for prioritize, and based on that, we get a document say, okay, for national team, because the youth teams them will develop player then for the senior national team. So we FA football syllabus or we FA football DNA. It can for be based on the kind of player that we want to develop for the national team.
We don't pay attention to a lot of surrounding around coaches, but this also has to do with we can only become better. We can only get better players if we get better coaches. We can't get better players if we don't get better coaches. I want to agree that we don't get proper academy structures. We get raw talent. We just need for add to them. But let's go back to an area which I've been definitely hit on around the limitation of what coaches them will get. Of recent, if you look at the home-based team, now coaches them we don't come out to the national team. And they come back to the home-based team. If we pull in at the home-based team, they can go back under 20. If we pull them under 20, they can go back under 15. So it means we don't even get a graduational process around with coaching because we get a limited space. Now, when it comes to selection of players, all of the coaches we don't take the national team. Similarly, don't call the same players. All of them coaches then we don't pass to the national team, don't call. So how can we improve? Or let we get set of new players like what Mohamed do now. We see set of new players, we get the opportunity to play for the national team for the very first time. And as much as we get some again, we don't make some number of appearances at the senior national team. How do you think we can able for curtail the issue of repeating the same names of players now with different national teams?
Well, usually national team in general, they always have maybe like a pool of 30 players in the span of 2 to 3 years, maybe a little more, that always make national team.
Yes, I agree.
Unless the coach wants to rotate even more, the team is not doing very well. So it always depends on the pool of players the way we get. In terms of coaching in general, Salon coaches them again, as we established since the start. Salon coaches them not get, this is not opinion based, this is just fact. Salon coaches them, even the coaches them will get the A license 9 years, 10 years ago. They did not go through the standard coaching education process for A license. Then 10 and then.
So we just give them because once they find forget A license coaches.
It was too quick, and again they did not go through a proper curriculum. Again, this is not an opinion. This is a fact. Nadane make CAF step in. Nadane make CAF step in and create the CAF coaching convention. And CAF require federation them for present a syllabus where hit all of the priorities and we meet certain standards. For let them give you the stamp and say yes, you can go ahead and issue a coaching license. So coaching as we know it, those of us will study in Europe or in other continents, as we know it, based on the structure in terms of how for structure practice session, and when making visits alone, I see and clearly, even with the CAF A-License in coaching and salon, I see and clearly that they do not understand that structure in terms of the terminology, the structure in terms of how for organized practice, what you for look for. For example, when we go coach practice, each coaching session with a focus on a particular principle. And it's not just the principle. If your principle is attacking, it's not just attacking from back to end. Where do you want to attack? In what do you want to work on in that particular practice session day? Who say you have for attack? Are you looking at building out of the back, or are you looking at attacking in the final third and breaking the defensive line? So if you go for that practice session day, now for build out from the back, in that entire 1.5 hour practice session day, where you run, As long as your goalkeeper and your center back then get that ball to the midfield, you don't achieve your goal. You the start and back. You bring the ball, come back to the goalkeeper. You do them again. You try now follow the opposition team, the forward line, which will be the defenders them in that practice session there. You try to make it more difficult. Follow you able to play out. So again, now you can see professional team them. You see them they bring the goal, the other goal, and they bring all the way to the midfield. Because if you don't work on building out of the back, you really not work on the striker them and you forward them another practice session there. You work on the centre back, on the defenders them and the midfielders them. When we go salon, every single practice session, then pass the ball, connect to the main team. It's the same drill, even if they get game to Mara, then go warm up with the same intensity, then go condition with the same intensity, and then go to the big field, then go start the ball from back all the way to finish. So that structure, they don't understand the structure, they don't do. Again, you can still be a good coach, and not a one way for go heaven. There are different ways for go heaven. You can still be a good coach. You can still have basic. You can still have knowledge about the game. You can still be a genius if you not go through a UEFA or US soccer coaching education. You can still be a good coach in your own way. So I cannot judge them in that sense.
Okay.
Maybe they can still be a good coach. But what I'm saying, if you haven't studied outside of, if you haven't taken the recent CAF license, you basically, the concept of modern coaching, you basically not get any way for understand them.
All right. We want to hold you for some time because we want to open the phone line so people say go get for make their own contribution in the program. So we go for a quick break where we come, we open the phone line where you go call and we'll get a few more time for spending with Kendall Decker within the US as we're going to get a lot of insightful discussion on how we improve the standard of our coaches and for let we see the full potential of our players after the break.
1xBet presents an exciting world of entertainment. In the 1x games, you will find Crash, Dice, Apple of Fortune, Money Wheel, and other exciting games with many chances to win big wins. Go to the website 1xbet.sl or app, enter promo code GAMESL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 leons plus 150 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with 1xBet.
You then look for the best betting experience?
1xBet!
Register with 1xBet today and enjoy 200% bonus on your first deposit to 2,300 new leons. Yes, double your money right from the start. Go inside 1x game for fine casino games, card game, and boku other thing them. All them 1 year designed for make you enjoy and win big. Or you can bet on sports events them like football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates and competition odds for get to the game. Easy for start. Register by phone or complete your registration with valid ID card. But not forget for screenshot your account for use them later. Deposit and withdraw you winning with Colat. We use Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, MasterCard or Visa Card. 1xBet are the official sponsor for La Liga, Serie A, League One, and the Confederation of African Football. So no now say you done a good hand. Join 1xBet today and join the winning journey. But remember say you need for bet responsibly. 1xBet, your world of betting.
All right, let's come back from the quick break. And now let me open the phone line 079-994-993. The number that you could call and be part of the program. You get some minutes for make your contribution in the program. And please go straight to the topic and make your point. We don't get to first caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sasman.
Yes, Sasman. Go ahead and make your point quick.
Yeah, I just come into this program, maybe, but I can contribute small. Congratulations first to brother who didn't get the A license back in this country. We appreciate him so much. And Toby, you look at the analysis, all this football they make about Salon football. I don't really know which team will reach under. Because Salon will lack of integrity. Now the main team will come start into then Tia Gisno. The person they will go down and mark, go study come later. Now bribing it will take for identify players. If we say for train somebody now for identify midfielders, defenders, attack as long as National Union, it will take bribe the game no they go. So it's to be now the time this now if say, of course you and Reginald, I believe so now we go near Babadi. And yeah, because we are too powerful for sport, we are too good for analysis.
With the epic, with the epic ready first.
Yeah, the big one I talk to and say this thing, not left another my hand. Follow at this go.
Yes, all one for succeed. Yes, all one for succeed.
All one for succeed. Don't forget about this is not this day, this about Toby regional. Do you are going to Babadi for let Babadi succeed into this issue?
Oh,
right.
All right.
Do you are the big? Then tell me about Cambo Eagles. And why Salon not play the champ competition? Thank you.
Why we not play the champ competition? Because we not qualify. And Cambo Eagles, we not need for fight for we not go down back to first division. For working with the SLFA president, we are open and the executive, but we cannot be part of the SLFA as secretariat staff. But we go work assiduously for ensure to contribute to football development. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Toby.
Yes,
Coach Agina.
Yes, Coach Agina.
Yeah, I hope so. Like when this this man they talk so then completely they go with that football politics. Because remember, my Durant the big one, still license cause na slaffer. You understand? Just because of whatever kind of governance, over 100 people will take part of that same day. Then after the election go this way, all the people will take part of that license. They all scrap. They condemn all, let's say that like this, up to start, blah blah. After then they can do all a new one back. Can you imagine just because of the football politics? And I feel that this one will also do the same thing. They can't be licensing people when already reach to the standard. Imagine, can get a be licensing because of the same football politics. Now the requirement where be licensing require will never reach to the standard. The same football. I hope so this man will not council will rectify this kind of thing. This is not the help we.
Okay.
This is not the help we. That's why they talk so. I don't call somebody a victim to the incident they pay the money, they tell us like no value. Can you imagine? They can't make other one, they take all a fresh money from the people. Everybody even call them to book. They don't know conducted thing and even call them to corruption on it.
Okay.
Corruption, completely corruption.
All right.
After imagine over 300 million at the table so let's take them in the day, they say they should not value and count other license now they take other people. Can you imagine? Because of this football politics. And corruption.
Okay.
So you see, I pray to God, this new regime, like I want to talk to, we are this man where I ready so, are the right person for the analyze with them, I want to be part. We are ready not to take place again. Let's not repeat again.
All right.
Thank you very much, sir.
It's Coach Agina, one of our passionate youth football coach. We say among the people and when I be victim, we pay for a cause, not the SLFA, but before go through the cause. The Senegal people, Aboloko.
God bless you, Toby. Alongside Reginald. May God bless you now.
Yes. We get Kendall Decker from the United States.
Yes. I reached me about that. May God bless him back for the analysis and education where they give to Salon people in terms of football.
Yes.
They see the expertise in the man, in terms of analysis and where they give. Now then people are want, the one they will know the game, more God than Kenya. If we go in Kenya, then we see the interest of the game, how the game they push. But if we take people away, they don't know about the game. They get men, they carry them inside the game, and then they can play the game. They don't see. So I tell me what I tell people, the education where they don't give it. And give the other coaches them. People and they get paper, but not deserve them paper than they. In terms of football. They don't see. At times, even the lecturers them, now my guy. We know about football. Some of them people and they who need to carry them inside the game. Teach teachers them. Because them people and they get the education. You ask right now some coaches they ask them in 17 penal rules of soccer, they don't know. They don't see, you ask them about the measurement of the field, they don't know. You don't see. So all education and they find for me and they get up. So then the players them say they get up. Even the players them, plenty no nothing but the game. No rules. You know, you ask them, show me skills in soccer. Plenty no know, but they can do them. But they don't know saying a skill in soccer. Dribbling a skill, passing a skill, chasing, heading, all a skill in soccer. You don't see. So the education in matter. They need for the players and the education. Likewise, the coaches them. They need for land. You don't see the effort for carry with more education for the coach, especially the coaches them.
Yes.
If the coaches do not get education, the players are not going to develop.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like way you go school.
Abuloko, I hate for end the call, but we need to give chance to few people because we don't got above time. 079949993. That number that you could call and be part of the program. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, Toby.
Yes, your name is Sadi Kowi from. Yes, Sports speaking. Please come on your radio border, please.
Yeah, I don't come far away.
All right, okay, okay, no problem. No problem. Go ahead and make your point.
Toby, what you move on? Now we could Agina step in and use the word football politics. And in 100% right, this football politics here, and I elect today, starting problem, they strain for put them head coach, the international field, even though that head coach they don't strain. Doing Aisha and Regine in count capacity building, we are in a day this a license coach Kaisai. But doing that time the day where they don't eat Madam Aisha Joansi for no good reason, in that on top Agbata soon. They say Aisha no can't catch a poto power. Where the Agbata soon have not even actually say with poto. Most of them they refuse for the part of this coaching license based on waiting and club them, they will fulfill them for letting them partake in any given capacity building as a coach. Now waiting they reject 90% confidence so all landing results as football politics. In football, we don't say after the politics,
we go back to football, yes.
That's not again for all the games to ransom. But there are 30 people in there where them Godfather, not at the aim of affairs, they prefer for put everything into alt. These affects when they affect Ramkesu, when they even affect Banter. As an example, all be boiled up as a result of football politics. Madam Aisha Joansi is the party building out. They say, you know what, they need idea to them. Even for play the league, they say they play league. Under Madam Aisha Joansi. But I hope say we all around will listen, and from that now we will kick starting after football politics. We will go as a family that will work towards the world development of football. Speaking, keep supporter. I'm out.
We'll take more calls. We'll take like 3 or 4 more calls, or possibly 5, because we guess this afternoon. Very difficult for get time some other time. So let me use this opportunity. Hello, good afternoon.
Good morning, Toby. Abbas Kanu calling from Abadi Road.
Yeah, Abbas Kanu, please turn down the volume of your radio, please.
Let God bless you, the man at the studio. Let God bless you, the panel presenter at the studio.
Okay.
You know, in box in terms of sports. I'm not saying what I should in terms of sports. And the only problem I guess alone, I get problem as alone right now is about the course them who they're lacking. If you find out, see the course they don't lack in terms of coaching course. Because for more we do license B, license A, you know even get a standard course who the Madam B, the Madam Aisha Joansi. The only thing I'll be proud of Madam Aisha Joansi in course them. And the only other thing I'll be proud of this almost that we have going residents, not the facility there. I don't know what I'm proud of Babadi, but to wish them all the best. And not say what they don't cancel, then try to do the right thing for the good sports group. Thank you.
All right. We'll take more calls, 079994993. We'll take like 3 more calls and cancel we guest for make some response in the program this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, your name is Sadi Kowi from?
It's Almami calling from Kisi.
Yes, Almami, go ahead, please.
One thing, let God bless we, let God direct we. But capital they do, for capital is money. Let we the rightful people, let we get passion. So, footballers then go get ration. People and they get passion for the game. And when they get passion for the game, if they around the football team, I swear we will get the kind way how football for this nation long as the people them when they care, they think more than.
I think we go hold the calls then they force. We hold the calls then they force, and let we go back to we online guest when Kendall Decker. Kendall, you get me loud and clear. Hello, Kendall, you get me. Hello. Kendall Decker. You get me loud and clear.
Yes.
All right. So you don't get extensively from passionate Sierra Leoneans when it comes to football in a saloon. You know, this is something when it's not like a religion. Someone don't skip for go church. Someone don't skip for go mosque. Even if not the month of Ramadan, there are people who say, "I go double only prayer them," because football. We all know say that is wrong in the sight of God, but we are passionate about football. Not this country, and you don't get from people in way partially we are all the same, because you self we spare you time with we na progress you want for say in football. Let me first talk about you respond to the callers. If possible, go pick one or two calls before say goodbye. We don't respond to some of the callers them this morning.
Well, I mean, they're all pretty much they cry for the same thing, putting the right people in the federation. Pretty much like if that's pretty much the main point all of them are making, to get the right people in the federation. Well, obviously people that are passionate. For me, yeah, passion is fine and everything, but for me, competency is obviously you definitely have to be passionate in any job we do. You got to be motivated. You got to be interested. But you have to be competent. When it comes to sport management, which basically football management, we have a lot of limitation in our salon, because again, this is not something like there is no sport. The most popular sport and the most profitable sport in the world is football. Football, I believe, the last time I checked, it's like $2 trillion industry or something like that. I stand to be wrong on that. I'm not sure if that's the exact number. But football are the most profitable sport in the entire world. And football is not profitable in a salon. So you cannot get people in a salon where you go use as, say, okay, this person you really get experience or knowledge in this field. It's just the reality of the matter. So the challenge for the incoming administration have to acknowledge that reality. They have to acknowledge that reality there, and basically find people in most cases it has to be outside of salon, to basically handle critical areas in the game in order for bring real development in football. So that is the challenge for this income in FA. And one point I want to raise as well, from Barbadi interview, where he mentioned about the role of football academy, or who is responsible for football academy. In a country like Salon, we not get proper qualified coaches, we not get resources in terms of facilities and all that things in there. There is no private club or private institution, no club in Salon right now where gets the capacity for run a standard football academy. So in a country like Salon, at least for the next 10 years, the next 5 to 10 years, the FA has to take that leadership role. The FA has to get involved, not only in terms of setting the policy and structure and all that. The FA also should actively operate a Slaffa-run football academy, because again, we not get non-club or non-academy right now with standard. That's alone, and it will take a lot of money for anybody.
But we don't see clubs. We don't see clubs the way they come, register and name them as a football academy. Don't you think we also don't be cheated by the competitions department, by the technical department of the FA? Because if we give license to the club here, then the cow then plan say this and this will discover established. Then few years back, this method and they change. All of them aim now for become a Premier League club, for getting documents that we are signed by the FSA, this and this now with structures. But before 1 or 2 years, this club, now only this country you see club where just all 2 years they play Premier League. Club we just formed a year ago, they play Premier League because we don't get the basic structures. So for end this interview, how do you think if we try for get proper academy and functionally running?
Well, it's Daniel will take a long time for explain, because it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things, you know, in terms of investment in the game. Through the Premier League clubs them, in terms of infrastructure, we need more fields them, even though we don't get like few fields them, a handful of fields them. But I mean, the field and not get like, none of the fields are standard academy standard fields, because they not get even locker room to start with, or gym or gymnasium and all that thing. So that's why I'm saying for the FA be involved in talent identification and academy. And the academy doesn't have to be residential. Maybe they can have one residential academy in Freetown or Bow, wherever they have dormitories. Maybe they can have one residential academy, but they can have regional Slaffa academies all over the country, whereas the Pekin and just they come 3-4 days a week for practice, but then sleep at their house and go their own schools them and everything. But Slaffa has to be actively involved in that, and the incoming presidency in Sabi any FA we get their own academy. I want to take this opportunity for correct them on that, because there are lots of FAs them in the world, including most popular the French Football Federation. There is something called the Clairefontaine Academy. Now the French Football Federation, they run the academy there, and that's where Mbappe came from, and all the way back to Thierry Henry, Nicolas Anelka. Now from Clairefontaine they come up from. And again, what did Clairefontaine do? Then they bring in all of the top youth players that are the country, they put them there, and then get branches in different places in the country.
All right.
But you get other countries as well, like Japan, South Korea, all the places they get FA-run academies. But it's a long.
Yeah, we definitely go find the time for that. How can we get the structure around the academy system? Because after the Great Bellarmine, that is one of the only structure academy I are able for name, based on what able forget, and people like Desmond Payne be also the part of that. So time don't really bet we, but I want to give the opportunity for let's say a few words in the final statement, and let's say goodbye to the show.
Yeah. So. I always believe say Salone get potential for become one of the top footballing nations, not only in Africa, but in the entire world, because I think we're unique. We get unique talent, even in Africa. Even all of the disorganization them now with national teams, years upon years, decades upon decades. There are many times, even though we know we get like a 20-something year gap where we're not going to the Nations Cup, there are many times in between that period where we are just one game away from qualifying for the Nations Cup with all the disorganization. And so that shows the kind of talent we have. And we also have other assets in the diaspora, like people already in Europe, where get Sierra Leonean parents and everything, where they play ball at a very, very high level. Those are all resources those all assets we can take advantage of. So what we're missing is proper organization. Proper organization. This is something the people that run football in the country cannot escape. If they want to bring results, then therefore put in or consult with the right people for growth again. So in my area where I'm passionate about, or where basically I get knowledge and experience about, which is youth development, coaching, education, those areas, I'll be more than happy to work with the FA whenever they interested or accept me proposal for work with them. It is as simple as A, B, and C to put together a curriculum that meets CAF standard if you actually know what you're doing. So there is no reason, Salon, for don't take this long, not for being able to issue coaching licenses. That's something that needs to be fixed as soon as possible. And last point is when it comes to the youth system, the youth league and everything, as you asked, there has to be structure around it. There has to be a structure around it. And there are different categories. Not all youth football, professional football. You get what you call recreational soccer. So, as I be always done to say in forums and stuff, the FA should directly run the elite youth football. I will not put that on the district. The FA should run elite youth soccer, which means the academy then for the Premier League then, and something like say Hala FC, some academy that even when they're not in the Premier League, but if they get the resources, they can also compete with the academy and the Premier League. But you set a standard where you get regional leagues them from different parts of the country at the elite level. These are people where basically they scout the best players in the country. You go na Connaught, you go na McKinney, you find 6 or 8 academies them where they support with coaching, education, various resources them for let them develop the best players them and then play against each other, running directly from the FA. And then basically the best teams then now can come and play the National League at the end of the season. And youth football has to be a year-round thing. It's not a 2-month or 6 weeks gala where the team will not do very well. They play like 3 games. If they lost, they're out. That's not a league. That's not a youth league. Youth league, you start just like the Premier League. You start in September, you end in May.
Okay.
That's how youth league should run.
We appreciate you complaining.
Last point, it should run in every single age group. Well, you can get age categories. You can say under 9, under 11, under 13, under 15, under 17, and under 19 or 20. Every single age group has to be playing the same term, because that's one thing also in a salon. You will say, they can't do under 14 league. Then they do it for 2 months. Then they say, they do under 16 league. That is not how youth football runs. They have to play year round. So there is a lot that needs to be fixed in football.
We definitely going to get to see in some of his subsequent programs for bring a lot of education, a lot of teaching to a football space. In name Kendall Decker, and of course you don't get a rich background around them, and of course some insightful discussion this morning. But that's why Epic Sport they come to an end. Hope for get you in some other programs. We appreciate your company for spare with time. Imagine we start 7 a.m. in the US up till now, so we don't get over an hour. with don't give you a lot of good analysis. We will meet some other time. So we'll meet again tomorrow. I'll tell DJ Bishop plenty thank you. We're the part of the team for giving all the technical support in the studios. And to Abrakar Bendu, we ensure say you not get any itch. We get scandal from the United States very clearly and audibly in terms of we viewership on our Facebook page. We'll meet again some other time. Mina Mohammed Tobika will say have a wonderful day and goodbye. Thanks for the with us, Kendall. We'll meet again all the time. Goodbye.